Hey, good morning, good day, whenever you see this. It's Wednesday, the 15th of October, and hey, I felt compelled to try to talk a little bit more. Just woke up. It's 7:15 in the morning, a little early, but I'm appreciating and enjoying this interaction. Um, isn't it interesting? 2 videos ago, I brought up um, narcissisms, sociopaths, and psychopaths, and how interesting that bringing it up brings one out, and one literally approaches me and attempts to take advantage of me. As I told you, someone supposedly was interested in one of my collages, but it was someone seeing if they could take advantage of me. And it's like me bringing this up. If they happen to watch, it does no good, because that's one of the marks of a sociopath, narcissist, psychopath, is that they don't have no conscience. They don't care. The person approaches me like they really know who I am and follow me. And the whole, had I followed their instructions, they would have ripped me off. You know, just cold. Smile on one side of the face, and the other while they got the hand in your pocket. And this just goes on. I'm glad I'm not that kind of person. Hoo-wee. Man, this world is strange. But that's how it is. This is the world that we live in. It takes all kinds. But I can tell by the majority of comments that I'm not crazy, and you all understand what I'm saying, and understand my perspective. And it's one that needs to be shared. You don't hear people like talking like me very often in public. And it is risky to be so honest, because people take offense at every fucking thing. Well, grow the hell up and let somebody speak. I'll continue. So I'm working on another collage. I found another cover before to sacrifice. And so, like I said, as I work on them, they get better. This one's not done yet, but isn't that nice? On the eyes. I'm liking that. This is just the front. I haven't done the back yet. But as I get started, they get better to my eye. So yesterday I did play some music. Some is sitting out, some got put away. I took some records out to record vendors in Bellevue and traded. Didn't get a lot, but I did get one record that I'm real happy about adding to the collection. So I'll show you what's down here. I went out there to try to get some ECMs. I got a couple. But while I was making some room on the shelves, I may not get a pull in today. I may forget. I forget a lot of things. But I pulled this. This is a Wyndham Hill related release. George Cromartie, Wind in the Heather. This is probably something that you'll see in the cheapo bins. It's solo acoustic guitar. He does some classical guitar pieces on here, and then some other quiet ones. It's nice. Excuse me. It's nice. So it's kind of a little wallpapery. So that's what I have to say about that. I haven't played this lately, but I pulled it because it's an old favorite. Crying Shames Synthesis. They had a pop hit with Sugar and Spice back when I was a kid, but this is a bit of a concept album. It reminds me of the band The Millennium. That album, Begin by The Millennium. It's not quite that awesome, but this is really, really good. Real good. And it uses orchestration, and the band, it's very ambitious. It's Synthesis is a perfect name for this album. There was a minor hit off of here by a different band. The song Greenberg, Glickstein, Charles, David Smith, and Jones. Wasn't it Dave D, Dozy, Mick, and Tick who had a hit with that? But Perhaps this is the original version, I don't know, but they do it on here. That's out to be played. I love that album. But record vendors, I went, took some records, traded, and he took everything. I don't have much that I'm I'm willing to get rid of right now, and I was pleased. I thought that maybe he'd take maybe a third of what I took, and he took it all. It didn't give me much for it, but it allowed me to buy a few things. So I picked up another Carla Bley band album, I Hate to Sing. Carla Bley was married to Paul Bley, kept his name. She's a very important composer as well as musician. I've just touched on this one. Strikes me as a musical. And she's got Michael Matler on here, and just a lot. Steve Swallow, who I think she's been with him for quite a while now. Couldn't leave that. I had to get that. It's on the Watt ECM, so it's related to ECM. Watt, her label, Watt. But I was real happy to find this ECM out there. Terry Ripdahl and David Darling, EOS. It's getting harder for me to find ECMs used and cheap. So I was real happy to find this, and played one side of it already. I just love what they both do. And thankfully, this is pretty out there. It's pretty spacey and droney. I was surprised. I was happy, actually. I said, whoa, this is... And then actually the pictures on the back kind of show that they're zoning it. They go for the zone as opposed to making a pretty album. Found this. I was happy. It's got a little Tweety Bird sticker on it, which I didn't notice at first, but it was used in less than $10. Paco de Lucia, Castro Marin. What particularly got me about this album is that it's a German import on Philips, and on the B side, it's Paco de Lucia with John McLaughlin and Larry Coryell, and this is excellent. I've already played both sides. I love guitar music, but those three together, and it's like, wow. And each one's style is so distinct. I can hear immediately the difference. Larry Coryell has always had a bit of a manic edge to his playing. When he fires up, it's almost like he's about to lose his mind. That's the way he sounds to me, Larry Coryell. I love that about him, actually. And then John McLaughlin's technique and his phrasing is just impeccable. This is a real nice find. This was not a find. It was sitting over there in the corner, so I pulled it. Hadn't played it in a while. It's listed these days under psychedelic. The Moon. They put out 2 albums. This is the second one, I believe. But this is actually a mixture of pop, R&B, and some kind of sunshine pop psychedelia moves. The guys on here have done other stuff. Larry Brown. David Marks, the guitarist, has done a lot of different stuff. A lot of different production and credits. This is really quite good, but it starts off really like a white soul record and then moves all across the spectrum. By the time you get to the end of side 1, it's like we've played 3 or 4 different styles really well, and the writing is really good. The Moon. So this just happens to be out. I've been sort of expecting, knowing that Arthur said he was going to be sending me something. Appreciate everything you send, Arthur. It's amazing that you still send me stuff from England. And a record arrived in the mail yesterday. Love it. I meant to pull because I've got it on CD. I do. Can I see it right quick? Oh, see, there goes my light. 1 second, people. Tripping on stuff. There's my light. I want to show this, but I have it already on CD, and I want to show that. There we go. I was talking about how much I love Peter Gabriel, as that also goes along with his work. You know, his work with helping to shine a light on different parts of the world's music with real world. So Arthur sent me this recently reissued Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan and Michael Brook album, Night Song. I love this, and I just wanted to show that I've had it forever on CD. So it's wonderful to have it now on vinyl. I believe it's remixed or remastered or something. Just touched base on this yesterday, but I got it yesterday. But I also wanted to show, I love the work of Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan and Michael Brook. I just grabbed my Nusrat CDs. Here's Devotional and Love Songs, which is also on Real World. But the music is purely spiritual, and you can just really get into the bliss state with him listening to this. The day, the night, the dawn, the dusk. Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. Amazing, amazing. Here's another one, Must Must. Excuse me. Another release on the Real World label. So I really appreciated Arthur. I love Ali Khan's music. Here's another one where his music, he's used music from and inspired by Shelter Kapoor's Bandit Queen, Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan and Roger White. Love this stuff. Yeah, it carries me away. It really does. And then the next thing here is Imrat Khan. I love the music of the world. I love spiritual droning music that it's almost like leaving your body. You know, like meditation. Do I meditate? Yes, I do. Do I meditate all the time? No. Do I have a regular daily practice? No, but I do meditate. I am definitely familiar with the psychedelic experience. Years ago, I posted a video of myself while on mushrooms, you know, and I was pretty lucid, you know, and I left it up for quite a long time, although I did get a ration of shit from small-minded people who couldn't, you know, I think they were mad about the fact that I was making so much sense and lucid while I was high and saying so. I couldn't handle it. You're damaging children's minds. How? Being real. If they happen to see, educational. Pull this and listen to one side. This is goopy, but it's good. Godly and Cream from 10cc L. Sometimes the vocals and just the weird things that they go off on verbally, is kind of like, oh, I'm not sure what all that's about, but this music and the way they put it together is real good. So I had this out, played this while I was at Record Benders, was talking about CTI with Randy, who runs the store, and this has been sitting out because I got it recently. Lalo Schifrin, Towering Toccata. Lalo Schifrin, as you know, is a soundtrack and TV music writer, but he's also a jazz musician, you know, as it turns out, before that. And this is pretty funky. It goes the gamut of sounding like TV music to light funk, but really, it's really good on CTI. That's what got me to thinking about it, because we were talking about the CTI label. I think that's, there was a couple more here. This was the thing that I traded and was real happy to find at Record Benders. Camberwell Now, I've been wanting this for a long time. This is a reissue, the Ghost Trade, with Charles Hayward, my friend. I was just talking to him online. And this is brilliant. It's you can tell that he was in this heat, so it's got that quality. It's really modern sounding. Even now, it's how many years old? 1980 something? This is really good. The Camberwell Now. Even fits in a bit with the Canterbury scene, maybe. No, this is just really brilliant. The Camberwell Now. Progressive is really brilliant, really good. This was my find. Another one that I was real happy with is this one. Duets between Gino Robert and Anthony Braxton. Anthony Braxton, again, you can't fade Anthony. The man is something else. I love this because it's a limited edition, numbered, only 1,000 made. Looks like the covers were like hand stamped. And this is really good. Percussion, a lot of vibes with Anthony Braxton on saxophone. And my other find, this was a find for me. Early Jean-Luc Ponty. I've got a Ponty section. As you know, you see his records, like tons of them, you know, in the used record shops. The early stuff is mighty good, and I've been looking for this one, Sunday Walk, and it's in pristine condition. 1972 U.S. MPS pressing. I was particularly after this because in the early days, Jean-Luc Ponty was playing with one of my another favorite pianist of mine, Wolfgang Downer. And he's also got Niels Henning Orsted Peterson on bass and Daniel Humer. This is excellent. Early Ponty. It shows why he became a phenomenon. I mean, he was playing with such deep feeling early on. Really happy to find this one. Real happy. Now I put some, okay, a couple more, but I found a Keith Jarrett and a Chick Corea, a couple, and I put those away already, and another Egberto Gismonti. But also found this Steve Lacy. I'd like to increase my Steve Lacy collection. And this is Momentum, put out on the Novice label. This one involves some vocalizing. Is it his wife? Irene Aibi. She plays violin and cello as well. I'm not digging those vocals, no, but the writing, and then once the vocals stop and it's just the music, Steve Lacy is a badass. This was less than $10, so I was happy to get that. While I'm at it, I want to share that I played this again a few times all the way through, and it's really grown on me. The Motorcycle, the Crucible. These guys are really really excellent. It's just so weird. It's like it's so good, and yet there are these elements. It's almost like partially a comic book. It seems like, but the music is really intense and really good, and it has these epic moves, like grand progressive rock moves, you know. I love it. It's really grown on me. This is really good. Motorcycle. So I'm almost at 20 minutes. I'm just going to do a one quick pull, okay? And I'm just going to go, it's like this is right over here around King Crimson and Kraftwerk. So, but what else could I possibly pull that's not them? Let's see, what do we have here? Well, I tried, but it's Kraftwerk. I love Kraftwerk. Only the other day when I made that pull from the ends down there, and I pulled a artist from Greece named Neuro D. I played it to refresh myself. Very Kraftwerky, very good. And this is a 12-inch aerodynamic, remixed by Hot Chip. Really like these remixes on this one. What else did I pull? Music Nonstop. 12-inch single. I love Kraftwerk. Got to see Kraftwerk on their first American tour when they came over and did the Autobahn with Pavlov's Dog opening of all bands. What a contrast. Kraftwerk had never seen anything like that. Never, live. It was really stunning. Fantastic. once again, folks, thanks for sharing your thoughts with me. Thanks for understanding. And if you don't understand, watch again, because I know I'm making complete sense as far as sharing my perspective on how I see things. Oh, another thing. I'm forgetting your name already. You're commenting a lot, but you were surprised that I like Elvis Costello. It's not that I like Elvis Costello. It's that I don't follow the critics. I decide for myself what I like. I do a lot of reading and I do a lot of listening. And Elvis Costello is cool with me. I have maybe 2 singles of his. I've had albums, never bought one new, but have ended up with them and always sell them because I don't listen to him. But I don't have a problem with him as a person. Again, I'll say this: if I seem and if someone would like to say, well, you're inconsistent with your views, I don't give a shit. I'm human. This is how I am. So, like, for example, some people now are having problems listening to Morrissey just because of his opinion. Well, I like the Smiths a lot. And so if I want to listen to the Smiths, I will. It doesn't have nothing to do with... I don't have you guys sitting here in my house with me when I'm listening to the Smiths. I don't give a shit about somebody having a problem. That's theirs. That's their point of view. You see what I'm saying? I decide what I like and what I don't like. I'm just not following what somebody said in a magazine or what's supposed to be cool or proper. It's what I like. Y'all take care.